away when I should have stood strong. I quitted, things were taking too long, and Lord, it's taking forever to write this song. I was born on the mighty Mississippi. My daddy was a mean drunk hippie. When mama had me, that damn doctor hit me, and now you know why I'm so goddamn living. So listen up and take a step back. Real rap's a journey, not a one-way track. Find your own voice, don't just imitate, cause the real ones rise and fakes ones fade. Bragging about the streets they roam, and sitting on the cold aluminum chrome while I'm spitting and vibing, they just moan, blaming their kids but sitting alone. Got bars like a prison but they can't break free. And recycle life, no originality, and here I am bringing up clarity while they babble on, lost in their parody. No need to set a trap with a limp in their wall. People saying that you ever can't even talk. Babbling lies, they think they're so fly, but I'm here to tell them to say goodbye. Babbling nonsense, trying to chase that fame, but I'm here to call it out. It's a damn shame claiming they're the next big E in the game, but their rhymes are weak, just a flicker, no flame. You sound familiar, yeah, real vanilla. So similar, like some out of place gorilla in a small villa deep in Manila. Kin to Queen Camilla and a folk tiller and all kinds of furbies and chinchilla who drank too much tequila. And what's really killer is that the real filler is the real spiller. The real filler is the real filler of the real deal. All these channel nerds on this panel verse using battle words to tackle turds and slaying shit in bit non-bits, putting out hits on men with tits and chicks with dicks and LGBT misfits and don't know shit yet, professing truth like an effing sleuth in a private booth with a lion tooth drunk or removed like a damn fool. And just in case you haven't heard, I'm a true ogre that writes his own word, so don't cross the line, it isn't blurred. And from first-hand experience I've learned when I hold the words back in my mind. It's just me trying to be kind, but no, man, I'm not so mine. Speaking is the right kind. Speaking vivid visions right from the start, with each word playing a certain part. A verbal picture that shows its own art, painted with passion, inspired by the heart. I'm telling you, break the chains with the truth in a world full of babble and giving proof. So drop the act, let the real ones thrive. In this rap game, only the genuine survive. When things have become so problematic, I try to find solutions like an addict looking for a bump to keep up the habit, and the effect seems so damn automatic. This comes with personality or whatever you want to call it. I don't participate chasing the bag by trying to ball it. See, I'm a redneck with no money in my pay wallet, so go ahead and keep hating on me like Jussie Smollett. Everyone questioning my style, you must be kidding. The words that I am putting forth are hitting you in the right in the face, yet you are tripping. You're drunk on something and you ain't been sipping. Just step into the metaverse where the vibes can be cursed. Digital dreams, but sometimes it feels like a hearse. People lost in avatars, chasing likes in the cloud. But what's worse is the real world's fading now. We all have the freedom of speech be, but people always trying to bleep me. Is it because they can't keep me? Or is it because they can't beat me? Bringing the simple truths that you can't destroy. All the patent things I've seen since I was a boy. The things that made me cry and brought me joy. The good and bad in my life I learned to employ. Taking from them the experience and leaving emotions behind. And so I learned to be true and no longer accept to be blind. Acting and performing in ways that others have defined, only to find out once again that I have them aligned. We're living in a world that's so filled with doubt. If you're caught in the game, they toys seem to break out. I see you looking for the truth, but it's hard to scout. Thought you were awake, but finding you're lost in the clouds. They feed us the script, gotta learn to live without. Learn to question every lie and to flip the route. See the ages lurking in the dark corners all about. See I'm breaking free, hear my discernment speaking out. Perception's a trick punch like a shadow in a bout. Chasing after dreams, others trying to drown them out. But I rise from the ashes and break free from that doubt. In this matrix of madness, you hear me scream out, breaking the chains and getting rid of all the doubt. That's what what you have to do to find your way out. Drink the clean waters and let your vision sprout. In a world of deception, together we'll rise and shine. The matrix way twist what it's all about. Reality's not a screen, that's delusion. You can do it out. Trapped in that illusion and mostly seeing others pout. Feeling like a pawn in a game where they set the route. Bet you didn't think I could wipe this rap. Bet you didn't bet I'm right in fact. So scream all you want and write in caps. All you really doing is fighting stats. So remember I was born on the mighty Mississippi. My daddy was a mean drunk hippie. My mama had me, that damn doctor hit me. And now you know why I'm so goddamn lippy.
Days ago, and look who we have. Say hi to Dempsey. We've come to realize that it's a female with the dull coloring, and so therefore it is no longer Dempsey Sir Poops a Lot. It is Dempsey Madam Poops a Lot. So just once again, reminder, if you're a steward of life, you will have lifelong friends. God bless. Love y'all. Have a great day. My apologies, folks. I'm not up with it here yet. And there we go. Greetings, everybody. Keith here. Hoping everybody's having a good day, enjoying life, living life, loving life. Want to remind everybody, hit that like, share, and subscribe button down there. There's a PayPal link for anybody that wants to share some love. Always appreciated. And we're basically just a short video to go over the SS5, the Social Security application, and the errors, the major errors that people make when filling them out as to status and capacity. And when you apply for a replacement card, there's certain things that you should do along with just the application, and that is an affidavit. So let's get into it. We're going to take a look at the SS5 application. Now, when you look up the SS5 application online, you're going to get this here, and it's going to have the applying for a Social Security card is free, and it's going to give you all the instructions. There's a couple pages of them, 4 pages of instructions. And then you get to the actual application. So here we see the application, and on the top one, you see it says name to be shown on card, first, middle, last, full name at birth, if other than above, first, middle, last, and then other names used, like aliases and stuff. Then 2 is your Social Security number that mom has when you were born. And then place of birth. And it even says here, do not abbreviate. Okay. City, state, or foreign country. Okay. Language is important, folks. When it says state or foreign country, we have to realize that the state of Iowa is the state, and the Iowa Republic is a foreign country. Okay? We are domestic to the soil, which is what that foreign country is. When we see state, that is a corporate status. Okay, that's a corporate status. Then you see FCI, foreign country initials. That's for office use only here. Month, day, year. And then 5, it says citizenship. Check 1. Now it says U.S. citizen, legal alien allowed to work, legal alien not allowed to work, See instructions on page 3. And then other. See instructions on page 3. So when we're talking about this state or foreign country here, and we're talking about the Iowa Republic, you check mark X. Okay, because you're not a U.S. citizen. Understand the term U.S. citizen means a U.S. business. And if you at age 18 go in and apply for Medicare or Medicaid benefits from a corporate state and claim you are a U.S. citizen, you're claiming to be a business partner. Okay, you're claiming to be a business partner. That essentially makes this a contract. Okay. So let's take a look at page 3. Complete and sign this application legibly by using only black or blue ink on the attached or downloaded form. General items on the form are self-explanatory or are discussed below. The numbers match the numbered items on the form. So, number 5 is if you check legal alien not allowed to work or other, you must provide a document from a U.S. federal, state, or local government agency that explains why you need a social security number and that you meet all the requirements for the government benefit. Okay. Note, most agencies do not require that you have a social security number. Contact us to see if your reason qualifies for a social security number. Now, if you remember 20 CFR 422.103. Social Security numbers. Social Security numbers. General, the Social Security Administration, SSA, maintains a record of earnings reported for each individual assigned a Social Security number. The individual's name and Social Security number identify the record, not yourself. 20 CFR 422.104, who can be assigned a Social Security number. Persons eligible for Social Security number assignment. Says we can assign you a Social Security number if you meet the evidence requirements in 422.107 and you are a United States citizen. An alien lawfully admitted to the United States for permanent residence. An alien who cannot provide evidence of alien status showing lawful admission to the U.S., or an alien with evidence of lawful admission, but without authority to work in the U.S. If the evidence described in 422.107 does not exist, but only for a valid non-work reason. So in other words, the non-work reason would be for benefits. Evidence requirement in 422.107. To obtain an original Social Security number card, you must submit convincing evidence of your age, U.S. citizenship or alien status, and true identity, as described in paragraphs B through E of this section. Evidence of age, evidence of identity, evidence of U.S. citizenship. Okay. So your evidence of identity is the birth certificate. So what you're going to do is you would write a affidavit up with the application explaining that you are an Iowa Republic. You are an Iowan born on the land of the Iowa Republic. Okay. Ethnicity. 6. Are you Hispanic or Latino? Your response is voluntary. Race. Select one or more. Your response is voluntary. I would not mark any of this. These are all categorical classifications that they use for in a predetermined classification system for employment. Let's go back. Oops, I'm not sharing this, am I? Okay, so don't on this stuff here, I would not respond. Ethnicity, that's categorical predetermination standards for employment. So let's go back to 422.107. We go back to 422.106. It says filing applications with other government agencies. And 422.105, presumption of authority of non-immigrant alien to engage in employment. So there's a presumption that you, as a non-immigrant, you were born on the land, but yet you're domestic to the soil and alien, foreign to the corporate entity to engage in employment with that corporate entity. Okay. This is part of the code that's important to read and understand its simplicity. Okay, let's go on down. It says parent, mother's name at birth, parent's mother's social security number, parent, father's name, parent, father's social security number, and has the person listed in item 1 or anyone acting on his or her behalf ever filed for or received a social security number card before. So you can mark yes here. Name shown on the most recent social security card issued. That would be the last one you received. Enter any different birth or date of birth if you used an earlier application for the card. So if there's a different date of birth, why that would be, I don't know. Makes you question things though, doesn't it? Okay. And then today's date. They have daytime phone number. Mailing address. Okay. I'll be explaining this part here in another video in the future as it relates to the P.O. box at the post office. And what you're going to do here essentially is put the post office's address. Okay. So you're going to get a P.O. box, but that P.O. box is within a jurisdiction of a post office. So you're going to give them the post office address, not your P.O. box. And then it has you sign for number 17, saying that I declare under penalty of perjury that I have examined all the information on this form and on any accompanying statements or forms, and it is true and correct to the best of my knowledge. And then they have you sign. Okay. Then they put number 18 after your signature. This is important to understand because this is where everybody gets confused as well, along with that nationality and citizenship and everything above. It says your relationship to the person in item 1 is, and most people mark self. At the age of 18, They go get the card and they mark themselves. If mom and dad get a card, then they would mark before this application is filled out for you. They would fill out an application for themselves to get that card. Okay. And they would put natural or adoptive parent, legal guardian, or other specified. They would put natural or adoptive parent, right? The problem is we should be marking other and putting benefactor. Again, remember, you can sign up on this as a trust or an employment application. By marking U.S. citizen, you employ it. By using other and explaining your external position as a Iowan or a Michiganian, Illinoisan, Floridian, Texan, Californian. And again, that's what you're going to do with your affidavit. So when it comes to this situation here, you're going to make an affidavit explaining that you're born as a Iowan to the land of the Republic of Iowa, the Iowa Republic. And you're going to hand in a birth certificate to fulfill those elements of identity. Okay? That birth certificate is going to prove that you were born on the land and that a corporate entity was created for you, and that business is that birth certificate. The birth certificate is evidence of the business that was established, and now you're going to use it as evidence to establish that, in fact, there's supplemental information that came to the creation of that birth certificate that proves that you were born on the land as an Iowan, and everybody's been misclassifying you. I hope that makes sense to everybody, because that's as simple as it gets on that. And like I said, I'll be coming back in the future with a video on establishing your correct address when it comes to the Postal Service, and learning how to use the Postal Service as your third party or trustee by making the proper assignments and doing the proper accounting through them, since they are tied with the general ledger directly. Okay. So think about this. I want to thank everybody for joining. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And there is a PayPal link down there for anybody that wants to share some love. Every little bit is appreciated. 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks. All great. I appreciate them all. And in the meantime, I'll be back tonight at 6 p.m. with Ice-T's Traffic Stop. So hopefully we'll see everybody then. And I hope everybody's enjoying my new endeavor, my new learning curve as I get into some AI music creations and try to change my platform up from the informational directives to some linking and eye-opening short music videos and stuff. And with that, we are out. You guys know me. I love you. But I don't give a rat's ass whether you love me back or not. That's to say, I don't care if you hate me. I don't care if you don't respect me. That part's on you. So may your God bless you and love you. And we'll see you tonight at 6.